This episode is proudly sponsored by Ins.Artists. Join our studio market National Day Vaganza and create something uniquely yours. On the 8th and the 9th of August 2026, which is coming this National Day, Singapore's birthday, at the 31st Jalan Sentosa from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. My goodness, that's so advantage that you can choose and pick whenever you want to go there, in the morning, in the afternoon, or even in the evening. Create your own custom badges, your name beads, custom patches, colors, press, and bring home your own customized badge. Exclusive National Day theme design will only be available during the event. Bring your families and friends for a fun, hands-on experience suitable for all ages, and see you there. Now on with the episode.
Yeah, came a broken home, quiet nights, loud fights, heart split, first love, turn lies, cold eyes. Business crash, thought that was my last try, but I bet on myself, watch the old me die. Picked up a camera, turned pain to a paycheck. 10 years in, big brands on the name tag. Still remember eating dust in the same flats. Now I frame the world, but I never change tracks. Nah. Quick sip, pop, pop. Take a hit, level up. Every story from the mud to the top, never stuck. We got hustlers, builders, ones that never gave up. If you fall, stand tall, we ain't never backing up. Know the wounds, all the wins. Every loss got a cost, but it sharpened our skin. From the gutter to the glow, still respect where I've been. I'll never forget my roots, let the real begin. Hey!
Alright guys, welcome back to the Quick Sip podcast, and I'm your host Harry, and it's been a long time since I've done any solo podcast recording. As you can hear, there is some renovation doing around my house area, which means HDB is here in my block area. This renovation, this what do they call it? MOP, MIP? What? I don't know lah. It's just a renovation of the entire block because the units are old. So they're gonna replace the toilets, the kitchen, the wiring. But for my household, no need lah. I just renovated like 5 years ago, so everything is good. So today's episode is gonna be a little bit different because it's something that is sitting on my mind for quite some time. And also it's about street photography. By blood, by choice, I am a street photographer. As someone who has been doing street photography for many years, I've noticed something changing. Not in cameras, not in photography itself, but in the way people look at photographers. You see, every week, we keep hearing news about someone secretly taking photos under skirts. Oh my God. Excuse the sound, huh? Photographing women without consent, or worse, targeting children in public places. It's disturbing, and while these or those individuals deserve to face the consequences of their actions, so what has this done to genuine street photographers out there? So let's talk deep about this issue, where the camera isn't the problem. The camera is just a tool, just like the kitchen knife. Can prepare meals, can even be used to hurt someone. The tool isn't good or bad, it's the intention behind it. Street photography has been documenting everyday life for years, for maybe centuries. The laughter of strangers, the quiet moments at a bus stop, rain falling over Orchard Road, an uncle reading newspaper at the kedai kopi, a child tengah kejar those bubbles with their parents nearby. These are moments telling stories about society. And talking about that, I won one of the photography challenges back then during National Day, during this period as well. Yeah, I still remember that. Yeah, so let's get back to the topic. Years from now, people may look back at these photographs to understand what Singapore looked like today. That has always been the heart of street photography. So let's talk about why the public trust has changed. The unfortunate reality is that the public doesn't know who you are. They don't know your intentions. They don't know whether you are photographing architectures or secretly zooming in on someone. I even heard on news that there is some guy with a zoom lens in one of the heartlands in Singapore capturing people who is littering. So if you're littering and snapped by him, he's gonna take photo and send it to the authorities. Wow, that is so interesting, man. That like macam Batman with CCTV. So that's where all this problem begins. Every time another voyeurism case appears in the news, another small piece of public trust disappears. People become more alert. Parents become more protective. Security officers become more cautious. And honestly, I don't blame them. If I were a parent, I want to protect my children too. So we have to look at both sides. I think it's important that we don't see this from a photographer's perspective. Let's imagine that you are sitting at a cafe. Someone keeps pointing a camera at your direction. Would you feel uncomfortable? Probably. Now imagine that you are at a playground with your child. A stranger with a long lens is nearby. Even if they are photographing birds, you don't know that for sure. And the feeling of uncertainty alone is enough to make people anxious. Sometimes empathy means understanding why people react the way they do. So, what can we do? As photographers, I think we have a responsibility too. Not because we have done something wrong, but because we are ambassadors for the craft. Here's a few things I personally believe helped. Be respectful. Don't follow someone. Don't repeatedly photograph the same person. If someone notices you, don't hide. Smile, say hello, wave your hand. If they ask, what are you doing? Explain. Sometimes a 30-second conversation removes 30 minutes of misunderstanding. When you explain yourself what is going on, you are winning half the battle. And when it comes to children, personally, I usually avoid making children the main subject unless I'm on the job. There are countless of stories to tell everyone without making anyone uncomfortable. Now, you have to think and you have to put it in your head that photography is with respect. One thing I've learned over the years is that a great photograph isn't created because someone didn't notice you. It's created because you noticed something meaningful. The art. My goodness. So there's a huge difference. Street photography isn't hurting people. It's observing life. It's about patience, light, composition, emotion, timing, not invading someone's personal space. I have been fortunate enough to travel with my camera to Japan, to Turkey, to Spain, Portugal, even Singapore. Every city has its own rhythm. Sometimes the best photograph isn't even of a person. It could be a shadow stretching across the wall, a bicycle, a bike parked beside an old building, steam rising from a cup of coffee, or someone walking into a beautiful light. The story doesn't always need to have a face. Sometimes it just needs to have feelings, to have a vibe. So what's the future of street photography? Do I think street photography is dying? No, never. I think it's evolving. Photographers today needs more awareness, more empathy, more patience. The camera still captures moments, not gonna lie about that, but Now, the photographer also needs to build trust. Maybe that's not such a bad thing after all. Maybe it reminds us that photography is always been about people, and people deserve respect. So let's go on with a closing thought. I love to hear your thoughts. If you are a street photographer, have you ever been questioned while taking photograph? If you are not a photographer, have you ever felt uncomfortable seeing someone with a camera? There is no right or wrong question. I think the conversation helps us understand each other a little better. I still remember on the streets of Morocco, I was shopping with my family. We approached this shop selling textile. And I didn't want to go inside because there's nothing inside for me. It's basically textile, clothes, jackets and bags, leather bags. So as I was standing there at the entrance, I noticed this guy with a donkey. If you look through my Instagram, there's a photo of a man and a donkey giving me the middle finger. But in a way, he has the right to do that. We have the right to accept whatever that is given to us upon the situation, because we have to respect their space, their personal space. Being a photographer, you need to understand that everybody deserves respect, deserves their space, deserves privacy. At that given moment of time, I didn't thought that he would actually care. But as he was passing by me, he gave me the finger. And I was like snapping like a few shots away, and I waved at him. He just ignored me and he just go off. So the goal is to tell stories without taking away someone's dignity. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of The Quick Sip. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to follow the podcast on Spotify, leave a rating, and share this episode with someone who loves photography, even travel photography, or has ever wondered what street photography is really about. Until next time, take care of yourself, respect one another, and I'll catch you on the next
Quick Sip. Take a hit, level up. Every story from the mud to the top, never stuck. We got hustlers, builders, ones that never gave up. If you fall, stand tall, we ain't never backing up. Know the wounds, all the wins, every loss got a cost, but it sharpened our skin. From the gutter to the glow, still respect where I've been. I'll never forget my roots, let the real begin. Hey!